I'm hopeful that this group can be a driver of discussion that will turn into real action, that will turn into real change for the community, that this group can drive the Assembly's work product in a way that will result in change. We have been talking about Black Lives Matter in our district. I represent part of Oakland and Richmond and Berkeley. Assemblymember Bonta and I have chaired a number of meetings about how we want to change the conversation around law enforcement. We had every single police chief in our district meet and commit to a single concept: reducing the use of deadly force as it relates to young people of color and people in our communities. But we can't stop there. When we talk about Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter, that needs to count in every single category that you can think about. In education, our outcomes are the worst for students of color. In health, our disparities are among the worst for young people of color. In education and employment and incarceration, in college rates, you name it. We set a record for all the wrong things. Let us now set a record for turning that around and for all the right things. And let us be mindful that we have the opportunity to blend our work here for boys and men of color with our companion group that is focusing on girls and women of color. We need to make our experiences interlinked, and we need to make sure that our conversation is broad. Because in my district, I care about African Americans, but I also care about the fact that 50% of the kids in my school districts now are Spanish-speaking Latino families. I also care about the fact that there's Southeast Asian students from Cambodia, from Laos, and other communities whose experiences sadly match exactly what's happening for African American students. So I want us to be about it in the most broad senses. And I'll leave you with this to set it as context. It is an honor for me to even serve in this chamber, the first African American of Latino descent ever, and the first African American serving in my district since the 1960s. But if we don't make it so that every young person of color can aspire and serve in the legislature, then what are we doing? So let's be about the work. Let's not just talk about the work. Let's be about the work, and let's get it done for boys and men of color in our communities. Thank you for being here today.